What's up guys, this is Brad. Welcome back to the channel. As many of you know, I just recently picked up a 2019 Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road, and today I'm going to share my thoughts on what I love about it and a few things in which I don't like. So stick around. Alright guys, so right off the bat I want to say that as far as aesthetics and the looks of the third gen Tacomas, I think Toyota knocked it out of the park on this. The truck looks super sporty, and especially in the cement gray color, which is basically the main color that I wanted to get. I did a lot of searching and there were of course a lot of Tacomas around, but I wanted the cement gray because I thought it looked the best. And usually the first thing people say to me when they see the truck is, man, I really like that color. And I would say, yep, as do I. Cement gray, and the looks of the truck, it's really sleek, it's very sporty looking, and especially in the mid-size market I would have to say that the Tacomas look by far the absolute best. I say that with a little hesitation because I think the Jeep Gladiator is an amazing mid-size pickup truck as well, but just from a stock rolled off the assembly line point of view, I think the Tacoma has the edge just by a little bit. So one of the main things I like about it is just the looks of it overall. The second thing I like about it is the size. It is a mid-size truck, so it's easy to maneuver, get in and out of places that might be a little bit more difficult for a full-size pickup truck. A full-size truck does have its advantages with size though in the interior, and we'll get to that in a little bit. The mid-size pickup truck handles great. It's quick and responsive, and I like that particular size, and it works well for me and my needs and me and my wife and our small dog. So size was a big plus. All right guys, number 3 on the list is the interior. Now the interior does have some drawbacks, and like I said earlier, we'll get to that as well, but for me, it fits me well. I'm 6 foot or just a little bit over 6 feet tall, and I was really nervous about the interior of the Tacomas at first because I read a lot of people bashing the interiors for its size, and so it made me a little nervous. It's not too bad. I do have to make sure that I'm sitting as low as possible if I'm wearing a hat. I can sometimes rub the top near the sunroof with my hat. Because my particular model does have a sunroof, it kind of curves down just a little bit there, so I don't have quite as much room. But driving and in the passenger seat, legroom is perfectly fine. It's amazing. The sun is really bright right now. Wow. I like the technology that the Toyota Tacoma offers on the inside. It has a lot of different features, and for me, they may not be anything new for a lot of people, but for me, I was coming from an 05 LJ, which didn't have any really technologically advanced features. That's a mouthful. So I do like what all the interior of the Tacoma offers. So it has like the wireless charge pad, the heated leather seats, the all the TSS features with the adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, lane monitoring, parking assist, and one of the main things I love about the truck is the automatic high beams. Again, that's nothing new, but it comes in super handy, and it's already spoiled me, and I love that feature. And one more thing that I really like about the interior of this particular Tacoma is the rear power sliding window. I don't know why, but I just love having the ability to open that guy up along with the sunroof and all the windows, and when it's a nice day like today, you can just open everything up and let the wind blow through your hair. Another thing that I really like about owning a Toyota Tacoma is the community. Much like owning a Jeep, as soon as you purchase a Tacoma, you're like welcomed into the family. And there's such a large gathering and following and community, like online and social media, that it's really easy to find a lot of people with different builds and use that as inspiration for your own build. And if you have any questions or comments or anything that you might be curious about, it's real easy to just hit somebody up and say, hey man, tell me about this or that, or give me some suggestions, which I've already done, and everyone's been really helpful and welcoming. So the Taco family is real, and it's pretty cool to be a part of. Alright, so like it with anything else, this truck or anything else for that matter, it does have some drawbacks, some negativities, shall we say. Right off the bat, let me say how much I hate the power or lack thereof in this particular setup from Toyota. Many of you know, if you're a Taco 3rd gen Tacoma owner, or I don't know about the other generations, but in this particular generation, the power ratio is just, you just scratch your head about. I'm not real sure what went on in that boardroom meeting, but it's just not there. Transmission, it's kind of all over the place. You go up a little anthill and it's like it's shifting, it's looking, and I'm just like, dude, find something and stay in it. Like my little Celica, little 4-cylinder, takes these hills better than you do. As many of you know, and it's been well pointed out that the transmission and the power is just kind of lackluster for these particular trucks, so that kind of sucks. And one of the main things that really irks me about this truck is the fuel tank size. Why couldn't they have given us the same size fuel tank as what's on the 5th gen 4Runner, which I think is like 23 gallons. But in the Tacoma you get 21 and some loose, very loose change. I know that's not a big difference, but a couple extra gallons would have been great on a long trip or on the trail or something, and you just, why not? Put it in there. I really don't understand that. But anyways, it is what it is. That's what we got. Now, I have stock tires on here, 265/70 16s, with just a body mount lift, or whatever you call it. Spacers lift or something. I didn't put it on there. On a full tank of gas, the most mileage I've ever gotten was like 345 miles, which was great. I was really stoked about that. So, but typically, you're gonna get around 300 miles to a full tank, which, isn't great, isn't bad. But me personally, I would like to have a larger tank so I can just keep on going for a longer period of time. But fuel tank size, kind of a downer for me. Okay, something else that, and this may be just for my particular truck and not for all Tacoma owners out there, is interior noises and micro sounds. Let me explain. I'm very OCD when it comes to noises and like popping and cracks and creaks and that sort of thing. And like, if I hear it, I have to like dive into where it is, figure out if I can, stop it or make it better somehow. But the plastic in the center console part of the truck and near the wireless charging pad, especially for me, will make some very, very slight popping noises, and it drives me nuts. It doesn't always do it, but every now and then it'll get fired up and it just drives me crazy. And I know that's just me being OCD, and I'm working on it. The first step to working on something is realizing you have a problem, and I totally realize I do, and my wife helps to remind me. That kind of gets on my nerves. I just think, if they would have done a little better job and with some nicer material, we may not have that issue. But, it is a mid-size, halfway decently priced pickup truck, so I guess I shouldn't complain too much about that. So while we're on the subject of the interior, like I mentioned before, the interior is kind of tight. Again, if you're like well over 6 feet tall, and you got like 2 or 3 or 5 babies with you, this may not be the best source of transportation as far as a truck's concerned. So, but for me, again, just my wife and I and our little weenie dog when we go camping or on a road trip or something. So it's okay for me, but it is tight, especially in that back seat. 4 dudes ain't gonna sit back there for long and be comfortable. I have driven the truck with me, my wife, and my parents in the back. We kind of scooted up as far as possible, and you make it work, but it's not the most ideal situation. So keep that in mind. The interior is a little tight. So those are just a few things that I love, and a few things that I dislike about the truck. Not really too much overall. I've really enjoyed it. I've had it for about 5 months now. I haven't done any major camping or overlanding, which is the plan. So please, if you haven't already subscribed, stay tuned to the channel. More videos coming your way. And we'll take you along on the build process and on our camping trips and that sort of thing. But I really like the truck. I think I made a great purchase. Reliability, the resale, the value of the trucks, they hold really well. Everybody knows that with Toyotas. And it's really fun. I think with some slight modifications, pretty soon we'll have a decent overlanding rig and we'll be ready to hit the trails. Not too heavy though. I mean, I ain't all about going out there and just dumping a bunch of money that I don't have into something just to go break it. So we'll be cautious and we, just basically do a lot of camping because we really enjoy that. So looking forward to it. Again, thanks for watching this video. It means a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, boy, get up on that Tacoma taco world.